Welcome to UG Media TV, your go-to source for in-depth analysis and the latest updates on politics and current events. Today we dive into the complex and often controversial legacy of President Joe Biden. From groundbreaking achievements to significant missteps, we'll explore the full spectrum of his political career and recent activities. Stay tuned as we uncover the stories behind the headlines and take a closer look at the factors leading to his recent decision to withdraw from the presidential race. Let's get started. The 1994 Crime Bill. Let's rewind to 1994. Joe Biden was instrumental in crafting the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act, a law intended to curb crime but criticized for its harsh measures. The bill's three strikes rule led to life sentences for repeat offenders and increased funding for prisons, resulting in a spike in mass incarceration, particularly affecting African American and Latino communities. While Biden has defended parts of the bill, such as the Violence Against Women Act, critics argue that its punitive aspects caused lasting damage to countless lives. Handling of Anita Hill's testimony. In 1991, as chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Biden presided over the confirmation hearings of Supreme Court nominee Clarence Thomas. Anita Hill's testimony about sexual harassment by Thomas was met with skepticism and harsh questioning. Critics argue that Biden did not do enough to support Hill or ensure her allegations were taken seriously. Biden has since expressed regret over how the hearings were handled, acknowledging that more should have been done to protect Hill's dignity and credibility. Bankruptcy Reform Act of 2005. Fast forward to 2005, Biden supported the Bankruptcy Abuse Prevention and Consumer Protection Act. This law made it harder for individuals to declare bankruptcy, a move seen as favoring credit card companies and banks over struggling consumers. Critics highlight the law's detrimental impact on low-income families and those facing significant medical debt, accusing Biden of siding with corporate interests rather than advocating for vulnerable Americans. In 2002, Biden voted for the authorization of the Iraq War based on faulty intelligence about weapons of mass destruction. The war led to extensive loss of life, long-term instability in the Middle East, and a significant financial burden. Although Biden has admitted this vote was a mistake, critics argue that this decision reflected poor judgment and had disastrous consequences for both the United States and Iraq. Support for NATO intervention in Libya. In 2011, Biden supported NATO's intervention in Libya, which led to the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi. The aftermath, however, was marked by chaos and violence, with Libya plunging into a prolonged state of conflict and instability. Critics contend that the intervention lacked a clear plan for the post-Gaddafi period, resulting in a power vacuum and the rise of extremist groups. Biden's support for this intervention is seen as another example of flawed foreign policy decisions. Allegations of inappropriate behavior. Joe Biden has faced multiple allegations of inappropriate behavior from several women who reported feeling uncomfortable with his physical interactions, such as unsolicited hugs and shoulder rubs. While Biden has apologized and stated that he never intended to make anyone uncomfortable, these incidents have raised questions about his respect for personal boundaries and sensitivity to others' feelings. Environmental and corporate ties. Biden's environmental policies have faced criticism for not being aggressive enough in combating climate change. While his administration rejoined the Paris Agreement and proposed ambitious clean energy plans, some environmentalists argue these measures fall short and are influenced by corporate interests, particularly in the fossil fuel industry. Critics believe Biden's ties to corporate donors may be hindering more robust environmental action. Handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Biden's administration has had mixed reviews regarding its handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Initially praised for the swift vaccine rollout, later phases encountered issues like vaccine hesitancy, distribution challenges, and inconsistent messaging around booster shots and mandates. While the pandemic response faced unprecedented challenges, some critics argue that the administration could have done more to address misinformation and increase vaccination rates. Recently, Biden has been tackling issues such as inflation, gun control, and the ongoing war in Ukraine. His administration has pushed for infrastructure improvements, healthcare reform, and expanded social programs, though not all initiatives have been smoothly implemented. In a surprising turn of events, Joe Biden announced he would not be running for re-election in the upcoming presidential race. This decision has sparked a range of reactions, with some seeing it as an opportunity for new leadership within the Democratic Party, while others speculate on the reasons behind his withdrawal, such as age, health concerns, or political strategy. As we reflect on Joe Biden's long and storied career, it's clear that his legacy is marked by both significant achievements and notable controversies. From his involvement in the 1994 crime bill and the Iraq War vote to his recent decision to step back from the presidential race, Biden's political journey offers a wealth of lessons and insights. Thank you for joining us on UG Media TV as we explore these critical issues. Stay tuned for more in-depth analysis and updates on the latest political developments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed.